Hey Simmers, it's me, Madsimmer. I don't know why, but every time I listen to myself, and I know this is like a normal human thing, or at least I think it is, like I don't think really anybody likes their own voice, but I always feel like I sound so irritating and annoying when I do my intro. I sound annoying. Anyways, so in this video, I'm making the house from Up. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really don't remember much about this movie. I was never really into cartoons as a kid, and I know this like isn't a typical cartoon. Like, isn't this like a Pixar animation? And I actually really do like Pixar animation, so I don't really know why I guess because it's like a cartoony style, right? But yeah, it's a Pixar animation. I don't really remember this movie. I think I was 4 when it was out, which I think was 2009, which is insane to me. That actually kind of scares me a little bit. If you think about it, I'm pretty sure, wasn't YouTube like first a thing in 2009? So that's insane. I was just gonna say I'm kind of late to this, but like also Sims 4 was not out either, because obviously Sims 4 came out in 2014. So, you know, I think it's understandable, okay? Couldn't have been possible. Also, I was 4 when it came out, so also couldn't have been very possible. I really feel like I was older than that though. I don't know why. I don't feel like I was that young. Like maybe I was 5. Who knows? Maybe I could have been turning 5. I don't really know. But this is really boring. I'm gonna stop talking about the fine details, I guess. So like I said, yes, I am making the house from Up. I think Carl, I made sure to check the name. So Carl is like the older guy in the movie, and this is his house. You know, I'm pretty sure he lost his wife. I don't remember how. Okay, this is bad, but like the first thing that came to my mind is that she like fell off of what is it, like Granite Falls? I don't know. I thought that was like the place in the movie that he wanted to go to, and that's why the house, they took the house. I don't know, with like the balloons. But I for some reason that just came into my mind. Very dark, but it's not surprising because my humor's kind of twisted. But no, I really don't know how she died, but that's kind of why he's like grumpy, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's just super unhappy with his life, and you know, I mean, obviously death is a hard thing and people cope with it differently, and he's just kind of like that stereotypical mean old man. He's exactly what you envision an old guy looking like and acting like. He just also has one of those faces. He might have RBF. He might have that. And he's also definitely that old person that's like, get off my lawn, kid. But I think you like learn to love him through the movie, and he becomes just a better human being in general because of Russell, which is like the boy in the animation. I think he's like a Boy Scouts or something, and he's like, I don't know, doing something to get a badge. I really should have, watched this once more, but I'm kind of just, remembering this all from the top of my head, really. Except, like I said, I did search up all the characters' names, so I at least know that, you guys. And then also Doug. I love that dog. That dog is so cute. I also have a soft spot for golden retrievers because I had one a few years ago, and she's gone now, but she was an awesome dog, and I think golden retrievers are the best. They're just amazing, and they're really good family dogs too, so yeah. So this was a really difficult house because, well, you can obviously see it's a very colorful house, and it's a little bit hard to do because the colors in, the animation are, I guess, a little pastel-y, just a little bit more like pleasing to the eye. But they're really bright. And in The Sims 4, and also it's paneling too. And there's no like bright, fun colored paneling. I mean, there is, but I don't think it's as bright as it was and as vibrant as it is in the animation. So you see that I don't use paneling on everything. I actually use like the metal. I used, obviously, I think it's from Eco Lifestyle, maybe. I used that, and I think those are also used on the shipping container homes. Is that what they're called? Or container homes? Yeah, container homes. So you see that I use that with the yellow, with the green. It's just, like wallpaper, really. And yeah, I think that's really about it. I also put some blue in the back of the house as well. And then the side of the house, I put, I don't know, I didn't do any fun colors. I just kind of kept it more like a brown theme. I don't even really know what the side or the back of the house looks like. So I kind of had to take some creative licensing, just had to think, what would Carl do? What would he do? Honestly, I don't even really know. Like, he doesn't even keep, like, you can see it in the movie, his house is kind of falling apart. So I'm like, was it you or your wife who cared more about the house? But also I think obviously the reason why is it's kind of showing and emphasizing how he's a mess and he's unhappy and, yeah. So I think it's just a representation of how he feels on the inside his house. Wow, I'm being very deep today, guys. But no, it's very obvious. So I definitely tried to kind of give that like chaotic kind of messiness to the house. But I think it's such a charming house as well. One thing I liked about it, at least for The Sims 4, one good thing of having a smaller home in The Sims 4 is that you can make it a tiny home, a micro home. So I don't remember which one. I think it's a tiny home. I think it's the biggest small home you can have in The Sims 4. If not, though, you can obviously look on the gallery and see from there because all my builds are on my gallery. Go check it out. I always have my gallery ID in the description down below. And so yeah, I was able to do that, which obviously just helps with like bills and all that jazz. And it just makes Sims happier and talkative. Tiny homes, micro homes, they're awesome. So I was really happy to do that. I should have done this though when Was it Eco Lifestyle? No, Tiny Living, sorry. When Tiny Living came out, I should have done this. This would have been perfect, but I just wasn't thinking. I just wasn't. Like, this was the ideal situation because I think everyone loves, or not everyone, but a lot of people love Up. And you know what? I remember liking it at the time, and I don't think I would change my mind now. Like I said, though, it's been so long, I really don't remember it too well. So I definitely would like to go back and maybe watch it again. It's always fun, watching like a movie or a TV show that like is very nostalgic to you and something that you watched a while ago, and then rewatching it again recently. It's a fun type of nostalgia feeling, if that makes sense. I actually recently did that with a TV show called Chuck, and I'm sad because it's not airing anymore. So I finished it, and then it left me with like a hole and a void, and I was like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this? Also, another thing. So for the kitchen, once again, I don't know what the kitchen looked like in the movie. So I kind of just, I really just tried to make it look like old people live in this house because he's obviously an elder, Carl. And so what I did in the kitchen is I added like postcards because I thought it kind of goes with the whole theme of like in the animation how the house is, they're traveling to Granite Falls. I'm pretty sure it's something falls. Something falls, I don't remember. Also, can we just talk about how that's how they traveled in the movie? That's so unsafe. Obviously that's not realistic. I'm pretty sure if we saw a house being lifted up by balloons, everyone would be concerned, and that house probably, I don't even know if that's possible. Like, how many balloons would that take, I know it's a small house, but still. Obviously, he doesn't have a basement, because if you have a basement with your house, that's going to make your house even more heavier, I would imagine. I don't know why I'm trying to, like, logically think about this, because it's just, no. But that's obviously one of the really iconic things about the animation is the balloons. And so I definitely wanted to make sure I included that in this build, obviously. So I used, I think from Toddler Stuff, maybe. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I think. I used those balloons. So sorry if you don't have that pack. Oh, and with that being said, I used a lot of packs, obviously. I try not to, I really do, you guys, but the James Turner pack disabler is definitely a necessity for me when I build. So I definitely need to use that more because I just like cannot, if you have tons of DLC right in front of you, you're gonna want to use it. So having it just not out of sight, out of mind is much better for me, at least. because I don't have good self-control when it comes to that. But like I was saying, I made sure to add those balloons, and greatly enough, the toddler stuff balloons were like perfect for this build. They kind of actually look like the ones in the animation. The only difficult thing to work with was the pillows that came attached with the balloons though, which was so annoying because if they didn't, I would definitely be able to add more balloons coming out of the chimney, but the pillows were kind of poking through the roof a little bit, so I only wanted to have two balloons. And by the way, it's not just like one, obviously. There's many balloons sprouting off of each of the I don't even know how to explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I only added two, but I think it's enough. It just would have been a lot of work to like try to add. I don't even know how many balloons the animation used, but I'm kind of curious to know now, actually. I'm sure it's probably like a fun fact about the animation, you know? Also, just imagine all that work it probably took. Like, I'm so curious about this type of stuff. Like, animating things seems so tedious. But like nowadays, I bet it's so much easier with the technology, I would imagine. I'm very curious, you guys. It's so cool, you know? I really think Pixar does an awesome job with their animation, so I just want to give some praise to Pixar because, I don't know, that was a lot. It's really nostalgic. Pixar's very nostalgic for me as a kid, just watching, you know, like, isn't Monsters, Inc. one? Bolt. Do you guys remember Bolt? Wasn't that like about a dog and like a girl, and that's all I know about it. The dog had like a lightning bolt on it, and then there was like a cat in it named, was the cat named Sassy? Or was the cat named Kitten? It was named something really stupid, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Going back to the build, one thing I was able to keep the same from the movie, at least this is the one thing that I remember only really seeing in the house, but I'm pretty sure we only saw the living room area, so I made sure to add like the two love seats, if that's what you want to call them, in the living room where obviously Carl is, and then his wife also had a seat, and I think that's why he like kept it, because it reminds him obviously of his wife, which I think is cute. Very, very cute. And I made sure to kind of keep with the same colors of those seats, and then the carpet underneath them. And that whole room kind of in general, I tried to make it look like the one in the animation. And then one thing I must say with the upstairs, I tried to make it so that like the walls were closed off, but unfortunately, because I made the window so big, and I had to delete the wall for that because otherwise it would just look weird. Yeah, it's natural sunlight. Natural sunlight is in the upstairs except for the hallway. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I am aware of that. I'm sorry, it looks really weird. I'm very aware, but like I said, if you want to get this on the gallery, you can do anything you want with it. Make it better than I can. I don't claim to be the best builder. And yeah, I think that's really it, you guys. I could definitely talk on and on more about Pixar and just animations, I guess, but I think we're getting close to the end. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell to get my newest uploads, and enjoy the screenshots. Bye, Simmers. Dag dag.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you love me today. Let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you.